Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Conscious Straight Talk with Katie and Lindsey.
Hi, my name is Katie Hutchinson, and I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist, and I'm also a certified mediator, and we're so happy to have you all here.
And I'm Lindsey Kearns. I'm the mama behind MalibuMamaLoves.com, and I'm also a certified conscious trauma-informed life coach. I
She can do love too.
coach.
She can do love too. Love and life.
I'm feeling love today.
Mm-hmm.
We all know how important physical exercise is, important exercise is for staying physically fit, right?
But did you know that exercise is just as important and vital for our mental health?
Mm-hmm,
because it is. It's so important.
Yep, that's right. Research has proven and shown us that people who exercise regularly have better mental health, and they also have a more emotional well-being, right? As well as lower rates of mental illness, right? This is because our mind, body, and soul are all completely connected.
Right. You cannot treat one without treating the other too. And today we wanted to have a conversation on how exercise impacts our mental health.
Mm-hmm. It does, in a big way.
Mm-hmm.
When we exercise, not only is our body getting stronger, but the levels of chemicals in our brain are actually changing.
Huge.
Serotonin, stress hormones, dopamine, endorphins, they're all being produced at a higher rate, which gives us a huge mood booster.
Mm-hmm.
It completely affects our mental health. And it will also help us sleep better at the end of the day, which is something that we know is vital to our well-being right now, our physical, mental, soul, everything. We need to sleep.
Right. So exercise can improve your sense of control, your coping mechanisms, and your self-esteem. And it's so important when I say sense of control, because when you're anxious, depressed, bipolar, schizophrenia, it goes with everything. You feel out of control. And this is something that you can take back when you're not too bad. And I just want to make a point here. And when you feel so horrible, it is okay to allow yourself to sit there and watch Hulu and Netflix and whatever, and just say, okay, today I'm going to do the dishes.
Yep.
Yep.
It is okay to have those days. We do, but the exercise really does give you that feeling of control back, even if it's just for an hour, and that will help bleed into other areas
half an
of
hour,
your life.
Anything around the block.
Yeah, and additionally, it can be a great distraction from whatever's going on in your life, right? Because you're focused on exercising, then you're going to see things around you, whether you're walking, whether you're in the gym, whether you're in a class, whether you're in your garage, you're going to see something. Maybe
a rat, like in my house.
And it puts you in a position for these new experiences and things. And all of these are a major mood booster. Huge.
It totally. So if you opt for a gym, a class, or any type of exercise, it really, group exercise. Yeah. It really gives you the chance to socialize. For me, this is really important. And you get that social support while you're there. It offers a great outlet for your frustrations and will also reduce your muscle tension in your body, which is, it's huge for me. I don't know about you, but.
Well, so that's a lot of benefits, Katie. Like, we just shared a lot of benefits to exercising in like 2 or 3 minutes, right? It's pretty important, you guys. But honestly, I have to be, and I'm just speaking from myself, like totally honestly, when we're feeling mentally down, when I'm feeling crappy, it is literally paralyzing and like the hardest thing to do to get up. So I wanted to ask you, because you've shared with us before that you suffer from anxiety and depression you have your whole entire life.
Yep.
You've been coping with it and dealing with it. However, I know you now as to being a very avid exerciser. So what are your tips? How do you do it? How do you get yourself up when you're really feeling down?
Well, let me just say that I resisted medication for 30 years. Or 25 years, and that helped. But I always say to my clients and myself, I know that exercise is just as important. And sometimes my mom has to come over and literally pull me out of bed and say, let's go on a walk, because I'm like, no, I don't want to. I've told you before, I do suffer from high anxiety and depression and PMDD, which is PMS on crack. And so, so that I always prescribe exercise to people. It makes me feel just as good as taking medication. And I'm not saying, for me, I have to do both. Everybody's different. But for me, I have to do both.
But on those days when you don't feel like, and your mom isn't able to come.
Okay.
And what about the pickleballing that you do?
For me, I like to have group exercise. So if it helps me be accountable if I make, I was just about to say a reservation, a plan with my friends. So they're going to meet me.
A date
with my friends. So they're going to meet me at pickleball Plus, I know all these people, so I can say hi to all these people. That keeps
Right.
me accountable. I also need to go back to my Pilates class that I've been doing for 10 years. And that's helpful for me because it's like I have a class that I have to go to at 6 a.m. Okay, just
Yep.
kidding. I'm not getting up at 6 a.m. anymore. But I have to go or I'm going to get charged. So,
Right.
so there's your negative reinforcement.
No, but those are the two reinforcements. That's actually
Right.
really good. Is,
Right.
okay, if you make a plan, even on your down days, you still don't want to have to make excuses
Right.
and disappoint other people.
Right.
So
right.
that does help you get up a little bit.
For me, that's huge.
And
'cause-
for me, probably, which would be more huge, is I can't be out that money.
No, and for me, I don't want to hurt people's feelings or
Yeah.
be rude. But they're also, I want to talk about other clients that I have, and they really just enjoy exercising solo. If
And that's
that
fine
works
too.
for them, that's fine
Yeah.
for them. But I will say, I mean, you see all these people buying the Peloton and having the full gym in their garage and blah, blah, blah. And most people never use it when
Yeah.
they have it at home.
Well, so that's more me. I'm more of a solo exerciser.
Mhm.
And this is something that I do struggle with regularly
Mhm.
because, my life has a lot of ups and downs.
Yep.
I'm not embarrassed to say, like, wow, I've been thrown a lot of lemons and a lot of shocks on a daily
It's like
basis.
it's like waves every day.
And
It's
so I
waves.
do have my days where I'm just like, this feeling is like paralyzing. Like, I
Mhm.
cannot get up. I want to just turn to vodka and Netflix
Mhm.
after the day is over and I'm done. When I know, I'm cognizant, I'm aware that if I were to take a walk instead of do that, I would feel much better.
Mhm.
So I devised a little trickery for myself.
Little chicanery.
I do, and it works for me. So if you're more the solo person, right, I like to use a little reward system. And for me, I love to go for my long walks and then I do my exercises in my house with my weights and whatever.
Mhm.
And so I'll tell myself, okay, if you can go out there for, say, 30 minutes or 45 minutes and then 15 minutes of weights, then you get to have that vodka tonight.
Mhm.
Or you get to go out for dinner.
Or you get a brownie. Oh, you don't like sweet. I like sweet.
You get a bag of chips.
She gets a bag of chips and I get a
Because
bag
for me,
of
it's not
chocolate
about
chip
it's not
cookies.
about the weight or the eating. For me, it's just about getting
No,
out
it's
there,
about health,
exercising.
and it's about improving your mental health while you're improving your physical health. So it's a
Yeah.
win-win.
Yeah, totally. So, but that's just a little trick that I do
Yeah.
for myself.
Yeah, so choose something that you really like and don't be afraid to try different things because
Yeah.
it takes a while. I know with my kids, I mean, I try to get each one of them into a sport
Well,
and it's
everything
been a
changed.
nightmare.
Yeah,
And I've had to try like 6 or 7 sports with each one. I've wanted to like kill myself.
yeah.
But eventually I find the right sport for them. So it's finding the right thing for yourself. I also think it's so important to write things down. For
Absolutely.
myself and for my clients, I say get out a calendar and just plan your week ahead of time. On Sundays, say to yourself, okay, you're going to do shaping. So you're going to do small little steps. So I'm just going to do Monday this first week and I'm going to do this exercise.
Yeah.
And then the next week, you know what? I'm going to try to bump it up. So shaping means small little moves up or down.
Yeah.
And so the next week, maybe I'm going to try 2 times. And I don't want you to beat yourself up again because it
go
can
at your
be
pace.
debilitating to
Yeah.
feel so anxious and depressed. Allow yourself a day if you have to lie in bed. Just try not to have it be every day or a week straight.
One day.
Yeah.
you
And then,
know,
one other
notice
thing.
yourself too.
One other thing, when you write it down, you can check it off. And that makes people, at least it helps me and my clients, it makes you feel so accomplished because at
Yeah,
least you
you
got
see
one
something.
thing done.
Yep. Well, that's what we talk about with making a list. Even if
Mhm.
it's like make the bed,
Mhm.
pick up the socks into the hamper,
And you're good.
you know,
Now
you
can
feel
watch
like you've
Netflix.
accomplished something. But getting on a regular schedule for exercise is the best because once it becomes habit and you're
Mhm.
regularly doing it,
Mhm.
you're going to have a lot less time where it's those down days where you can't do it. But before you do any of this, talk to your doctor. You need to talk to your doctor and make sure that the type of exercise that you're planning to do and wanting to do is right for you. And if not, get suggestions of what would be
Right.
in your best interest, because that is really, really important. And like she was saying, when you're writing it down, not only does it hold you accountable, but as we've talked before about our brain and how we process stuff, when we see it in writing, it actually helps us and our brain to really solidify like we are doing this. So
Mhm.
when you take your diary for that week or your calendar and you just jot out, okay, Monday I want to do 1 hour here, 30 minutes here, 15 minutes on Friday. And you stick to that. Your whole diary or calendar does not need to be filled up with everything, right? Just put in those times that you want to hit. And like Katie's saying, start slow. once or
don't
twice
beat
a week.
yourself up. It's called shaping,
And
and
be
it's really
proud.
important. And be proud of yourself.
Reward
Give yourself a little star.
No, that's
No, I'm
serious.
serious.
Reward yourself. Get a glass of wine or a
Have
great
a
cup of
coffee.
tea that you love, or a meal that you like, or treat yourself to something you've been waiting to buy at the store. Do something
that's
to
what
reward
I would
yourself.
like to do, but that creates another addiction. So you know what I mean?
Yeah, and
So-
try to get outside too. Exercising outside. I know there's a lot of park groups that meet if you like group things. That helps to oxygenate your brain even more and
it
your
does.
body. It's really healthy. And studies have also shown us that looking at the greenery also relaxes that tension and brings that anxiety down.
Well, and we're forgetting something that's very big. It's going to increase your vitamin D levels, which
from the
helps
sun.
with so many different things.
Yep.
Yeah,
Absolutely. So that's our little conversation today on exercising. We'd love to
exercise
hear your
is
thoughts.
key. Do it. We would love to hear your
Yes.
thoughts, your stories.
Give
your
this video a
whatever.
like.
Yes.
This little live video because
Yes.
we're so happy to talk to you. We want to hear from you.
Yes. And have a wonderful Wednesday, everybody.
That's right. It'll be Friday before we know it.
Yeah.
Bye.